actor Dean Cain joining me live tonight to discuss the life and legacy of our friend Charlie Kirk. Dean, always great to see you. Welcome in, sir.
Appreciate it, Ed. Thank you, sir.
You know, we were hosting Fox and Friends sometimes together, and a young guy named Charlie Kirk would come on. It was sort of amazing to see. It was sort of infectious, his passion to try to get young people to the conservative cause. And I'm sure you felt sometimes like I did, like, this kid's great, but is he really going to transform this? And now here we are. What's it like to watch this play out? It's unbelievable.
To see him go from, the founding of Turning Point to what it's become today is unreal. It's fantastic. And honestly, I believe that this is a turning point for both the United States and maybe even the world. Charlie was an unbelievable young man, and I can say that because I'm old enough to be his father, which is really scary. But what he did in the last 10, 15 years is incredible. The number of people he engaged in discussion, opening people's minds, going through and actually speaking factually and discussing things and engaging them where they should be engaged, in college, which we're supposed to challenge ideas and have open dialogue. He did it. I think he transformed America and the world, and Turning Point is very, very apropos.
Absolutely. You certainly know your way around politics, but Hollywood as well. What's it been like to watch the reaction of so many on the left before we even get to Jimmy Kimmel and his callous comments that have landed him in hot water, but so many Democrats either in Hollywood or teachers, nurses, some getting fired on social media, celebrating this great young man's assassination?
Anyone who celebrates the death of Charlie Kirk, it makes me sick. I mean, it absolutely is disgusting. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. And they're revealing their true colors, and that's terrible. They think political assassination or political violence is okay. Here's a man who was out there in the battleground, if you will, with ideas and with talking. And as opposed to shutting down dialogue, more dialogue is what's necessary. I've been saying it for a long time. I've never said it as eloquently as Charlie did, but I've been screaming for it forever. I can disagree with people and still go out and have dinner and call them friends. So many of them I grew up with out there in Malibu and certainly within Hollywood. It's surprising the lack of reciprocity when it comes to that. The respect should go both ways. And as it is, it's only gone one way for so long. It doesn't make sense. They other and they dehumanize people with whom they disagree. And I think that is a terrible, terrible tragedy. And hopefully this will shine a lot more light on that subject.
Yes, and you've been a wonderful actor, a director, producer, and so I know you support the First Amendment. But where do you come down in this free speech argument that's going on in Hollywood and around the world, frankly, right now, about Jimmy Kimmel and the callous comments and, false claim that somehow MAGA was behind the assassination of Charlie, when we all know that the suspect was on the other side of the aisle, let's say?
I've known Jimmy Kimmel for a long time. I've always liked Jimmy. We've been friends for a long time. I did his show a whole number of times, not so much in the last few years, but he certainly took a hard left turn and went away from being entertainment and fun and became a political mouthpiece, really. And he really othered the other side, which I find horrendous. He celebrated Tucker Carlson getting pulled off the air. And if you look at the folks who were celebrating Charlie's passing or treating him as though he was anything less than the genius that he was, who just wanted more dialogue, it's people like Tim Walz, AOC, Jamie Raskin, Chuck Schumer, Chris Murphy, Eric Swalwell, Adam Schiff. Those people, it's disgusting to me that they would take this situation, instead of taking the human side and saying, this is awful, political assassinations and political violence are not ever okay, and more dialogue should be the answer. As far as Jimmy goes, the numbers that he was pulling were extremely low. It's just like Colbert. If you don't have an audience, you're not going to stay on air. So whether it was a reason to get rid of him or whatever it happened to be, it's shocking to see folks like Eric Swalwell wearing a Jimmy Kimmel hat as opposed to a white T-shirt that says freedom across it from Charlie Kirk, which I've got one coming. I would have worn it today, but I didn't get here in time.
Yeah, I've ordered one as well. I bet you it's going to be on back order because so many patriots are buying. I was at a restaurant last night in Florida, and a patriot there basically said he's now ordered a Charlie Kirk flag because the people are putting these flags on their pickup trucks and their vehicles. They're going to put them on their restaurants and honor him. So that's my last question. We're hearing the president he's already signaled that posthumously he's going to award Charlie our highest civilian honor, the Medal of Freedom. And there's some talk he may even do it tomorrow with Erica Kirk there, of course, at State Farm Stadium. Talk about the relationship with Charlie and President Trump, helping to elect him to a second term. The president recent days has said, you know, I told Charlie, you might be president someday because this man was on a mission. Your final thought about his legacy?
I could certainly have seen Charlie becoming president without a doubt. And if you know President Trump, he is one of the most gracious, giving, wonderful folks out there. It doesn't surprise me that he is honoring Charlie in this way. I'd love to see Charlie receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom. If it happens tomorrow and he gives it to Erica, there will be not a dry eye in the house. No question about it. I think it'd be a great thing. I love that this administration, President Trump, are showing such respect to Charlie. I think he is smiling down from heaven. And listen, it is a turning point. It's changed people's views completely. And if they disagree with anything they think they heard about Charlie Kirk, here's what I want to say to those people. Go and look up the YouTube exchanges that he has with these students, and you'll see that these quotes are being taken out of context. They're only being partially given because he backed these things up with facts and with opinions. He wasn't a bigot. He wasn't a racist. He wasn't a homophobe. All that stuff is baloney. And you'll see that this man deserves that Presidential Medal of Freedom, and God bless President Trump for honoring him so.
Yeah, in his own words. How about quoting the man? What a great point you make, because I see Ilhan Omar and others calling him a racist, misquoting, out of context, all the rest of it. It's despicable. But your warm words tonight will really ring true. We appreciate it, Dean. Always great to see you. Thank you.